Imagine this. Clinking glasses, the soft murmur of conversation, and the enticing aroma of spirits mingling with fresh ingredients. This is the world of cocktails, a world brimming with history, flavor, and a dash of artistry. For centuries, cocktails have been more than just drinks. They've served as markers of celebration, symbols of sophistication, and even tools of rebellion. Today, we embark on a journey through time, tracing the fascinating narrative of cocktails from their humble beginnings to their modern-day resurgence. The clinking of ice, the swift movements of a skilled hand, the anticipation of a perfectly balanced drink, these are the hallmarks of a craft often underestimated: bartending. Bartending, at its core, is an art form demanding precision, creativity, and a deep understanding of flavor profiles. It's about more than just memorizing recipes. It's about understanding the delicate balance of spirits, the subtle interplay of sweet and sour, and the transformative power of fresh ingredients. A skilled bartender isn't just mixing drinks, they're orchestrating an experience, crafting libations that tantalize the palate and linger in the memory. Yet this artistry often goes unnoticed, overshadowed by the fast-paced environment and the misconception of bartending as a purely transactional exchange. Bartenders, throughout history, have been more than just servers. They've been confidants, storytellers, and keepers of tradition. Our journey begins in the early 19th century, a time when the concept of a cocktail as we know it was still in its infancy. The year is 1806, and a curious entry appears in a New York newspaper, forever etching the word cocktail into the annals of history. This early definition described a cocktail as a potent concoction of spirits, sugar, water, and bitters, a recipe that would later become synonymous with the classic old-fashioned. This simple yet groundbreaking combination marked the birth of a new era in beverage history. The cocktail, in its nascent form, represented a spirit of innovation, a willingness to experiment with flavors and challenge the status quo. From these humble beginnings, a cultural phenomenon was born, one that would captivate palates, inspire creativity, and forever alter the social landscape. The image often conjured when one thinks of a bartender can be somewhat misleading. It's easy to view the profession through a limited lens: the hurried fulfillment of orders, the constant clamor of a busy bar, the transactional nature of serving drinks in exchange for payment. While these elements are undeniably part of the job, they represent only a fraction of what it means to be a bartender. The perception of bartending as a purely service-oriented role, while understandable, diminishes the artistry and skill inherent in the craft. It's akin to reducing a chef to a mere preparer of food, neglecting the creativity, passion, and technical mastery that transform ingredients into culinary masterpieces. The reality is that bartending exists at the intersection of service and art. Beyond transactions, the heart of hospitality. At its core, bartending is deeply rooted in the principles of hospitality. It's about fostering a sense of community, creating a space where people from all walks of life can come together, relax, and connect. It's about anticipating needs, exceeding expectations, and ensuring that every guest feels valued and appreciated. This aspect of bartending often goes unnoticed, overshadowed by the hustle and bustle of a busy bar. Yet it's this very element that elevates the profession beyond a mere service role. A legacy undervalued, the price of perception. The undervaluation of bartending as a profession has far-reaching consequences. It not only impacts the livelihoods of those who dedicate themselves to the craft, but also hinders the potential for growth and innovation within the industry. When bartending is perceived as a transient job, it discourages individuals from pursuing it as a serious career path, depriving the industry of talented individuals who could contribute to its evolution. Moreover, the misconception of bartending as a low-skill job contributes to low wages and a lack of benefits for many working in the industry. It's time to recognize that bartending, like any other skilled trade, requires training, dedication, and a passion for the craft. A toast to time cocktails through the ages. The early 1800s, a time of exploration, invention, and a burgeoning fascination with new and exotic flavors. While the precise origins of the cocktail remain shrouded in a delightful haze of speculation, it's during this era that the concept of mixing spirits with other ingredients began to take root in American culture. Imagine, if you will, stepping into a bustling saloon in New York City or New Orleans, the air alive with the murmur of conversation, laughter, and the clinking of glasses. This was a time when saloons weren't just places to drink. They were social hubs, centers of community, and platforms for sharing news and stories. Section 2, Behind the Mahogany, the Rise of the Bartender. As the popularity of cocktails grew, so too did the status of the bartender. No longer relegated to the shadows, these skilled craftsmen stepped into the limelight, becoming respected figures within their communities. Bartenders were the keepers of recipes, their knowledge passed down through word of mouth, handwritten notes, and secret formulas. They were masters of flavor, understanding the delicate balance of sweet, sour, bitter, and strong. They knew how to coax the best out of each ingredient, creating cocktails that were both delicious and visually appealing. Section 3, Jerry Thomas, the father of American mixology. No exploration of early bartending would be complete without paying homage to the man who came to be known as the father of American mixology, Jerry Thomas. Born in 1830, Thomas's life story reads like a novel filled with adventure, intrigue, and an unwavering passion for the art of the cocktail. Thomas's career behind the bar spanned decades and continents, from the gold rush saloons of San Francisco to the elegant bars of New York City. In 1862, Thomas published his seminal work, The Bartender's Guide, a comprehensive collection of cocktail recipes, techniques, and insights into the world of bartending. Section 4, A Legacy in Every Sip, the enduring influence of early bartenders. The legacy of Jerry Thomas and his contemporaries continues to resonate within the world of bartending today. Their dedication to quality, innovation, and hospitality laid the foundation for the craft cocktail renaissance we're experiencing in the 21st century. The cocktails we enjoy today, from the timeless elegance of a martini to the refreshing zest of a daiquiri, are a testament to the creativity and skill of those early bartenders who dared to experiment, to push boundaries, and to elevate the act of mixing drinks to an art form. So, the next time you find yourself sipping a well-crafted cocktail, take a moment to appreciate the legacy of those who came before, the pioneers who transformed the world one drink at a time. A nation gone dry, the dawn of Prohibition. The year is 1920, and a seismic shift is about to shake the very foundation of American drinking culture. With the stroke of a pen, the 18th Amendment to the Constitution ushers in the era of Prohibition, outlawing the production, sale, and transportation of alcohol across the nation. What began as a well-intentioned movement aimed at curbing social ills associated with excessive drinking, inadvertently unleashed a period of unprecedented rebellion, innovation, and transformation within the world of cocktails and those who crafted them. Saloons, once vibrant hubs of social life, were forced to shutter their doors, their mahogany bars falling silent. The open consumption of alcohol was driven underground, as a thirsty nation sought ways to quench its desire for a stiff drink. The rise of the speakeasy secret havens of cocktail culture. From the ashes of Prohibition rose a new breed of establishment, the speakeasy. Hidden behind unmarked doors, in basements, and disguised as seemingly innocuous businesses, these clandestine havens became the lifeblood of cocktail culture during the dry years. To gain entry, patrons often needed passwords, secret knocks, or connections with those in the know. The air within was thick with secrecy, excitement, and the sweet aroma of forbidden libations. The speakeasy was more than just a place to drink. It was a symbol of rebellion, a place where societal rules were bent, and the art of the cocktail flourished in the shadows. Necessity breeds innovation, the evolution of cocktail recipes. Prohibition, while a time of restriction, inadvertently fueled an explosion of creativity within the world of cocktails. Faced with the challenge of making often unpalatable bootleg liquor palatable, bartenders became alchemists of flavor, experimenting with new ingredients, techniques, and combinations. Citrus fruits, their tartness effectively masking the off-putting flavors of poorly made spirits, became a staple ingredient. Sweet liqueurs and syrups were used liberally, adding a touch of decadence and masking undesirable notes. The result of this period of experimentation was a wave of new and innovative cocktails that would go on to become classics. From shadows to spotlight. The emergence of the professional bartender. Prohibition, despite its challenges, had an unexpected consequence for the bartending profession. It elevated its status. No longer simply servers of spirits, bartenders became artisans, their skills in high demand in the clandestine world of speakeasies. The ability to craft a delicious and balanced cocktail from questionable ingredients was a sought-after talent. Bartenders who could create drinks that tasted good, masked the harshness of bootleg liquor, and transported patrons to a realm of pre-prohibition indulgence were celebrated figures. When Prohibition finally came to an end in 1933, bartenders emerged from the shadows, their skills refined, their creativity ignited, and their status as skilled professionals firmly established. A resurgence of flavor, the craft cocktail movement emerges. The decades following the repeal of Prohibition witnessed a curious phenomenon within the world of cocktails. While the immediate post-Prohibition years saw a resurgence in classic cocktails, the mid-20th century ushered in an era of convenience and mass production. Cocktails, once meticulously crafted with fresh ingredients, often took a backseat to simpler, quicker concoctions, and the use of pre-made mixes and artificial flavorings became commonplace. However, beneath the surface of this trend toward convenience, a quiet revolution was brewing, a yearning for a return to authenticity, quality, and the artistry that had defined the golden age of cocktails. This brewing storm would eventually erupt into what we now know as the craft cocktail renaissance, a movement that would redefine the very essence of what it meant to be a bartender and reignite the passion for a well-crafted drink. Back to basics, the pursuit of quality and authenticity. Central to the craft cocktail renaissance was a deep reverence for quality and authenticity. Bartenders championed fresh ingredients, hand-squeezed juices, homemade syrups, and bitters from botanicals. This meticulous attention extended to every aspect of the cocktail experience. Vintage glassware and carefully carved ice enhanced the drinks. This return to basics elevated the cocktail experience to new heights. By focusing on quality and precision, bartenders created visually stunning and delicious drinks. Section 3. The New Generation, elevating the craft to an art form. As the craft cocktail renaissance gained momentum, a new breed of bartender emerged, the mixologist. These passionate individuals approached cocktail creation with scientific precision, experimenting with molecular gastronomy and unusual ingredients. Mixologists became innovators, drawing inspiration from culinary traditions and crafting unique cocktails. This wave of innovation led to a surge in creativity within the industry. Bars transformed into laboratories of flavor, constantly experimenting and refining. The result was a golden age of cocktail creation, defined by bold experimentation and a commitment to elevating the craft to an art form. Section 1. A global tapestry, cultural influences and fusion. The world of cocktails, much like the world itself, is becoming increasingly interconnected. The modern bartender, no longer confined by geographical boundaries, draws inspiration from a global tapestry of flavors, ingredients, and traditions. Asian spirits like shochu and sake have found their way onto cocktail menus alongside South American pisco and Chilean. It's a testament to the curiosity and open-mindedness of the modern bartender, eager to explore new flavors and incorporate them into their creations. This fusion of cultures extends beyond the spirits themselves to encompass a wide range of ingredients and techniques. Bartenders are experimenting with exotic fruits, spices and herbs from every corner of the globe, adding layers of complexity and intrigue to their cocktails. Traditional Asian tea ceremonies inspire unique cocktail presentations, while South American culinary techniques find their way into syrup infusions and flavor pairings. Section 2. Sustainability and Ethics. A mindful approach to mixology. As the craft cocktail movement continues to evolve, there's a growing awareness of the importance of sustainability and ethical sourcing within the industry. Bartenders are increasingly conscious of their environmental footprint, seeking out locally sourced ingredients, reducing waste, and supporting producers who share their commitment to responsible practices. This mindful approach extends beyond the bar itself to encompass every aspect of the cocktail supply chain. Bartenders are partnering with local farmers to source fresh produce, collaborating with distilleries that prioritize sustainable practices, and even growing their own herbs and garnishes on rooftop gardens. This commitment to sustainability isn't just about being environmentally responsible. It's about enhancing the quality of the cocktails themselves. Fresh, locally sourced ingredients simply taste better, and supporting ethical producers ensures that the cocktails are not only delicious but also ethically sound. The digital age is transforming the world of cocktails. Technology is revolutionizing how cocktails are created, served, and experienced. Digital platforms help bartenders connect, share recipes, and stay ahead. Social media showcases their creations and connects with a global audience. High-tech equipment expands creative possibilities. Precision scales ensure consistency and balance. Centrifuges create innovative textures and flavors. Technology enhances bartending artistry, pushing creative boundaries. Despite the ever-evolving nature of the craft cocktail movement, one thing remains constant: the timeless magic of the cocktail. Whether it's a classic martini enjoyed in a dimly lit speakeasy or an innovative molecular gastronomy creation sipped in a futuristic bar, the cocktail continues to hold a special place in our hearts and our social gatherings. It's a testament to the enduring power of the cocktail to bring people together, to spark conversation, to celebrate special occasions, and to simply provide a moment of indulgence and escape from the everyday. And so the story of the cocktail continues to unfold, each era adding its own unique chapter to this ever-evolving narrative. From its humble beginnings in 19th century saloons to its modern-day resurgence as an art form, the cocktail remains a testament to human creativity, ingenuity, and our enduring desire for connection and celebration. As we've journeyed from the dimly lit saloons of the 1800s to the sleek modern bars of today, bartending is more than just a job. It's a craft steeped in history and creativity. The evolution of the cocktail mirrors the evolution of the bartender. From simple mixtures to complex creations, bartenders push boundaries. They adapt, thrive, and connect with patrons, creating shared experiences. So, the next time you find yourself bellied up to a bar, take a moment to appreciate the history swirling within your glass. Consider the generations of bartenders who have honed their craft, the cultural influences that have shaped the flavors, and the stories whispered within each sip. The cocktail, in its many forms, represents a fusion of creativity, tradition, and the simple human desire for connection. It's a reminder that some of life's greatest pleasures are often found in the shared moments, the clinking of glasses and the conversations sparked over a well-crafted drink. Cheers to the bartenders, past, present and future, who continue to elevate this craft and keep the spirit of the cocktail alive. And cheers to you, the curious listener, for joining us on this journey through the fascinating world of bartending. May your glass be always full and your conversations even more